Hello student, we are studying our first chapter of ETP first, that is the experimental technique in physics first. So the first chapter is the signal analysis and sensors. In previous videos we have been discussed some types of the sensors which are based on the different criteria, and we discussed the types of the sensors which are based on the three different criteria, that is based on the operation principle, based on the output signal, and based on the requirement of the external power supply. And the last type is the based on the quantity being measured. And we introduce only the types of the sensors in our last video, but in this video we discuss the we discuss in a brief, not in detail but in brief, the different types of the sensors which are based on the quantity being measured. Now let's see. First is the temperature sensor. So first is the temperature sensors, a device which gives temperature measurement as an electrical signal. It's called temperature sensor. That means the temperature sensor are those sensors which are used for the measurement of the temperature, and this temperature is again converted into the electrical signal. This is known as the temperature sensors. The example of the temperature sensors are thermistor, thermocouple, RTD. RTD means resistance temperature detector or resistance temperature dependent resistance. So these all are the types of the temperature sensors. So temperature sensors is used to measure the resistance with the help of temperature. That means if we change the temperature, there is a change in the resistance. Same in the thermocouple and RTD. RTD is the resistance temperature detector. That means if we change in the temperature, there is a change in also resistance. These all are the temperature sensor. Second type is the pressure sensors. A pressure sensor measure pressure typically of gases or liquids. The pressure sensor usually acts as a transducer. It generates a signal as a function of pressure imposed. That means the pressure sensors are, we know that the pressure sensors are generally used for the measurement of pressure. That means the pressure is measured, and after that it can be converted into a measurable form, that is the electrical signal, and the particular the measurement of the pressure of the gases and the liquids. So this is the temperature sensors, and which act as a transducer. It means we know that some transducer are the sensors, but not all transducer are the sensors, but all sensors are the transducers. So according to that, the pressure sensor acts as a transducer. The example of the pressure sensors are Bourbon tube, piezoelectric sensor, strain gauges, etc. These all are the example of the pressure sensors which are used for the measurement of the pressure, and again that measured pressure is converted into electrical form, that is the desirable form. So we will get the output as a electrical signal, either voltage or current. This is all about the temperature sensors and the pressure sensors. Now next is the force sensors. The working principle of force sensor is that it responds to the applied force as well as convert the value to a measurable quantity. That means the force sensors which are respond to the applied force, and again this force is a change in the electrical signal, that is the value of measurable quantity. So this is the force sensors. A force sensor is a sensor that help in measuring the amount of force applied to an object. That means if we want to measure the force which are applied on a particular object, then we use the force sensor. By observing the amount of change in the resistance value of the force sensing resistors, the applied force can be calculated. That means there is a force sensing resistance, and this force sensing resistance respond for the change in the resistance and measure the applied force. So if we apply the force, there is a change in the resistance, and from that change in the resistance we are able to measure the applied force. So this is the force sensors. The example of the force sensors are the load cells, pneumatic load cells, capacitive load cells, strain gauges load cells, hydraulic load cells. These all are the example of the force sensors. With the help of that we are able to measure the force which is applied on a particular object. This is the force sensors. Now next type is the speed sensor. Speed sensors are the sensors which used to detect the speed of an object, usually a transport vehicle. That means the speed sensor generally used the measurement of the speed of particular vehicle or some objects which are moving, and these measured speed again converted into the measurable form. So this is the speed sensor, and generally these speed sensors are used for the measurement of the vehicle speed. So the example of the speed sensor is a tachometers. The tachometers are used to measure the speed. So this is the speed sensor. Next type is the light sensors. The light sensor is a passive device that converts this light energy, whether visible or in the infrared parts of the spectrum, into an electrical output. That means the light sensors are used to detect the either visible light or the infrared light rays of the electromagnetic spectrum, and again this detected light is converted into desirable electrical signal, that is either voltage or current. Light sensors are more commonly known as a photoelectric devices or photosensors because they convert light energy into electricity, that is the electron. That means the light sensors are generally used to convert the light energy into the electricity. Suppose so therefore these light sensors are known as the photosensors or the photoelectric devices. Photoelectric devices means these sensors are convert light, photo means light, which is converted into electrical form. Electrical form means there is a electrons. So this is known as the photoelectric devices or photosensor. Suppose we want to convert the sunlight into the electricity. For that the light sensors are used. That means in a solar cell, not in a solar cell but in a particular device for which we want to convert the light energy which are coming from the sun, and we are interested to convert it into the form of electrical energy. For that the light sensors are used. The example of the light sensors are photodiodes, phototransistor, LDR. LDR means light dependent resistor. And these all are the example of the light sensor which convert light energy into the electricity or electrical signal. Sixth type of the sensor is the gas sensor. The gas sensors can be used to detect the gases like carbon monoxide, methane and other flammable gases. We know that in particular area, suppose there is a spreading of the poisonous gases such as carbon monoxide or methane gas. So the detection for that gases, the gas sensors are used. They are commonly used to detect the toxic or explosive gases and measure gas concentration, how much quantity is spread in a particular area. For that measurement the gas sensors are used. The example of the gas sensor is the smoke sensor MQ2. This sensor is used generally for the detection of the smoke or the concentration of the sun in a particular area. Next is the humidity sensor. A humidity sensor is an electronic device that measures the humidity in its environment and convert its finding into a corresponding electrical signal. We know that in our environment humidity is there. So if we want to measure the humidity, we can use the humidity sensor, so that this sensor is detect humidity in our surrounding, and this humidity is converted into in a measurable form, that is the electrical signal. The example of the humidity sensor is the resistive humidity sensor, capacitive humidity sensor. These all are the examples of the humidity sensor or the types of the humidity sensors which are used for the measurement of the humidity. Now next type is the mechanical sensor. Mechanical sensors detect some form of mechanical deformation and translate the deformation into electrical signal. Suppose if we want to measure the deformation that means the change of shape of particular object or the body. Suppose we want to measure that deformation, then we can use the mechanical sensor, and this deformation which is taken place inside that object is again converted into the measurable form, that is electrical signal, and this is doing with the help of mechanical sensors. The mechanical deformation can occur due to variety of stimuli. That means we know that the mechanical deformation is occur. Suppose if we want to change the shape of particular body, then we have to apply some force on that. So that is the variety of stimuli of the for the mechanical deformation, and this can be measured with the help of mechanical sensor. Now next one is the mechanical sensors are one of the most commonly used classes of sensors for biometric application. We know that in different places there is a biometric application. For that the mechanical sensors are used. That means if we press particular object, then this object undergoes a deformation, and this can be detected with the help of mechanical sensor. The example of the mechanical sensors are piezoelectric sensors or the touch sensor. We know that there are different touch panels. On that, if we touch, then there is a change in the output, so which is in the form of electrical either voltage or current, so which is displayed on a particular device or a display on the display of that particular device, and this is possible with the help of mechanical sensors. For the biometric machine, we use the mechanical sensor. So this sensor helps to sense the deformation. Next type is the electrical sensor or electric sensor. An electrical sensor is a device or integrated circuit or IC that detects a specific physical parameter and convert it to an electrical signal. That means if we want to detect the specific physical parameter or the specific physical quantity, and again this sensor convert this specific physical parameter into the suitable form, that is the electrical signal. That means if we want to measure this specific form of physical parameter, suppose like a temperature, pressure, force, all these are the physical parameters. If we want to detect that parameter, we use the electrical sensor. The output signal of the electric signal is processed and used to provide a measurement. That means if we output signal of the electrical signal, again the output of the electric signal is used for the further process and just used to provide a measurement. That means it acts as an input device for the other instrument or the sensor or any electronic circuit. The example of the electric sensor it includes environmental sensors for measuring the temperature or humidity, and biosensors for measuring physiological indicators such as a core temperature or heart rate. These all are the electric sensors. That means the sensors which are generally used for the measurement of heart rate or the core temperature, such as the sun core temperature and other core temperature, earth core temperature. All are these things if we want to measure, then we use the electric sensor, or also for the measurement of the humidity or the temperature, and some biosensors which are used for some biological quantities. So these all are the electric sensors. Next type is the radiant sensors. The radiant temperature sensors provide non-contact and remote measurement of radiant temperature from windows or all. That means these radiant sensors are the non-contact sensors. They detect the temperature without touching for that object, or to that object the remote measurement. That means the radiant sensors are used for the remote measurement. That means the measurement of the temperature. Suppose we want to measure the temperature of the sun, and the sun which is far away from us and we are not able to touch for that to the sun. So how we can measure the temperature of the sun? For that we use the radiant sensors in a particular device. These devices which are used for the measurement of the sun's temperature. So this is the radiant sensors, ideal for the measurement of the thermal environments in a spaces where radiation has a major influence on the perceived temperature. It means the generally this type of sensor is used in a devices which are used for the measurement of the object which are present in a space, that means environments in a spaces. The example of the radiant sensor is optical pyrometer. This is the example of the radiant sensor and which can be used for the detection of the temperature. This is the radiant sensors. Next is the chemical sensor. A chemical sensor is a device that transforms chemical information ranging from concentration of a specific sample component to total composition analysis into an analytically useful signal. The chemical sensors are generally used in chemical laboratories for the detection of the concentration of the particular solution or the particular chemical species, and also used for the composition of that also used for the detection of the composition of the particular species. And after detection, this sensor also convert into the electrical form, that is in the suitable form. This is the chemical sensor. The example of the chemical sensor is the optical sensor, electrochemical sensor, mass sensor, magnetic sensors. All are the example of the chemical sensor which are used for the detection of the chemical materials. Next is the magnetic sensor. A magnetic sensor is a transducer that converts magnetic field into electrical signal. That means this type of sensor is used to detect the change in the magnetic field, and again this change is converted into the electrical signal, so desirable form. Magnetic sensor definition is a sensor which is used to notice disturbances as well as changes within the magnetic field, such as the strength, direction and the flux. If we want to measure the change in the magnetic field, such as in the form of strength of the magnetic field, direction of the magnetic field or the flux of the magnetic field, if we want to detect all these parameters, then we can use the magnetic sensors. And again, after detection of all these quantities, this sensor converts into the desirable form, that is the electrical signal. The example of the magnetic sensors are Hall sensors, semiconducting magnetoresistors, ferromagnetic magnetoresistors. Next is the flux gate sensors. Next one is the superconducting quantum interference devices. In short, it is also known as a SQUIDs, which is based on the superconductivity phenomena. So this is the interference device. Next is the resonance sensors and induction magnetometer. All these sensors are used to measurement of the changes in the magnetic field, such as the flux of the magnetic field, strength of the magnetic field or the direction of the magnetic field. So these all are the sensors which are magnetic sensors. So these all are the types of the sensor which are based on the measurement of the physical quantity. That means these all sensors are used for the measurement of different physical quantities, as we seen, that is the temperature, pressure, force, speed, magnetic, chemical changes, deformation, all those things. So on that there are different types of the sensors, and we see some example of that sensors. So this is all about the classification of the sensors. Now in our next video we will discuss some sensors in detail, that is with the working principle and the construction. So we will study in our next video.